Hello, and welcome back to Empowered Journey. I'm Will. I'm so glad you're here today, taking this moment for yourself. I hope wherever you are, whether it's at home, on your walk, or just enjoying a little quiet time, you'll find something in today's episode that resonates with you. Now, before we dive in, I want to share something personal. Recently, I had to let go of a commitment in my life, a project I'd been working on for months. At first, it felt like a failure to walk away. I had invested so much time and energy into it. But as I let go, I realized how much weight it had been carrying in my mind. It wasn't just the project. It was my attachment to it, the belief that I had to finish what I started, no matter how draining or out of alignment it became. Once I released it, I felt lighter. It was like lifting a physical burden from my shoulders. It's funny how we hold on to things that no longer serve us. Whether it's an outdated belief, a toxic relationship, or even an old version of ourselves, we often resist letting go because it feels familiar. But in truth, releasing what no longer serves us is one of the most empowering things we can do for our growth and peace. And that's exactly what we're going to explore today: the art of letting go. In this episode, we'll talk about how freeing yourself from burdens, whether they're physical, emotional, or mental, can help you create space for something better. Whether it's letting go of a limiting belief, a stressful habit, or a past mistake, today's message is about finding the courage to release what no longer aligns with who you are becoming. If you've ever felt trapped by something you just couldn't seem to release, or if you've ever clung to something because it felt like part of your identity, you're not alone. We've all been there. But I promise you this: when you take the first step toward letting go, you make room for clarity, peace, and a future filled with new opportunities. So take a deep breath and let's start this journey of healing and release together. Today, I'm here to guide you through the process of releasing what no longer serves you, and to show you how, by letting go, you're actually making space for the life you truly deserve. Let's get started. Today's theme is one that I believe can bring so much peace and clarity into your life. It's called the art of letting go. And I want to start by asking you a simple question. What's weighing you down right now? Maybe it's an old grudge, a fear that's been holding you back, or perhaps a situation that just isn't serving you anymore. We all have something, big or small, that we tend to carry around with us. Sometimes, it's easy to forget how heavy these things can be until we consciously pause and reflect. Letting go isn't always easy. In fact, it can feel like we're losing part of ourselves when we release something or someone that's been with us for so long. But here's the beautiful truth. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or abandoning the past. It means freeing yourself from the weight of something that no longer brings you joy or growth. The art of letting go is all about making space. Space for new opportunities, new beliefs, new experiences. It's like cleaning out your closet. You might have clothes that you haven't worn in years, but once you let go of them, you're left with room to bring in the things that truly fit your style and serve you in your current chapter of life. Now, I want you to think about the burden you're holding on to, the thing that you're too afraid or too attached to release. Let's take a moment to acknowledge that it's okay to feel unsure, hesitant, or even scared to let go. But I promise you this: when you choose to release what's been holding you back, you open the door to clarity. You free yourself from the constant noise of the past, allowing yourself to be more present in the now, and in that space, peace can finally settle in. We don't always realize how much energy we give to things that don't serve us, but when we consciously decide to let go, whether it's a belief, an old wound, or even a toxic relationship, we regain that energy and give it back to ourselves. So, as we dive deeper into today's episode, I want you to think about the art of letting go as an act of self-care. It's about making room for what matters most, and in doing so, finding your true peace and clarity. Let's begin. Letting go is not a one-time decision. It's an ongoing process. Often we hold on to things because they give us a sense of control or familiarity, even when they no longer serve us. Whether it's a relationship, a job, or a mindset, holding on to what's not working can prevent us from moving forward. But the moment we begin to release those things, we open ourselves to new possibilities. The process of letting go is deeply personal, and it requires a lot of self-awareness. It's about recognizing what's draining you, whether it's emotional baggage, unhealthy habits, or limiting beliefs. We might not always be conscious of the things we're clinging to until we pause and reflect. How often do you find yourself repeating old patterns, making the same mistakes, or staying stuck in situations that no longer align with your values? This can be a sign that it's time to let go. Sometimes, the hardest part is the fear of what will happen if we let go. We worry about the unknown or question if we'll still be whole without the things we've carried for so long. The truth is, letting go doesn't diminish us. It liberates us. It gives us the freedom to be who we are in the present moment, without the weight of the past holding us back. It's like cleaning out a cluttered space. Once you remove what's no longer useful, you create room for fresh energy to flow in. Think about it. When you clear your mind of unnecessary thoughts, you make space for creativity, peace, and clarity. When you release old grudges or resentment, you make space for forgiveness and love. Letting go is a chance to choose peace over pain, growth over stagnation, and freedom over fear. I understand that letting go can be difficult. It takes courage to release what feels familiar, even if it's hurting us. But the beauty lies in the transformation that happens when we make that choice. Each time you let go, you invite a new opportunity for growth and healing. You allow yourself to become the best version of who you are meant to be. So, I encourage you to embrace this process, step by step. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It simply means making the choice to stop carrying the weight of things that no longer align with your journey. In that space, you will find peace, clarity, and a renewed sense of purpose. The art of letting go is not just about releasing, it's about creating room for something even better to come into your life. There was a time in my life when I believed that perfection was the only way to succeed. I thought I had to get everything right, whether it was at work, in my relationships, or in my personal goals. The idea of being perfect consumed me, and I couldn't shake it off. I remember spending hours fine-tuning a project at work, obsessing over the smallest details. Even when I received positive feedback, I'd immediately start looking for something to fix, something to improve. I'd often stay up late, reworking things until I was exhausted. The truth is, I wasn't really improving anything. I was just running in circles, never fully satisfied. At the time, I didn't realize how much this perfectionism was holding me back. I thought that if I could just get it right, everything would fall into place. But I was always chasing an ideal that didn't exist. My need for perfection was rooted in fear. The fear of failing, the fear of being judged, and the fear of not being good enough. And the worst part? It made me miss out on the joy of the journey. I was so focused on the outcome, the end result, that I forgot to enjoy the process. It wasn't until one day, after a particularly tough week where everything seemed to go wrong, that I finally had a moment of clarity. I had been working on a major project, putting in more hours than I could count, trying to make every little detail perfect. But it felt like no matter how much I did, something was always off. The more I tried, the worse it got. I started feeling burnt out, disconnected from the people around me, and lost in my own stress. I remember sitting down one evening feeling defeated, with a mountain of work still in front of me. I was physically drained and emotionally empty. I asked myself, why am I doing this? Why am I chasing something that feels so out of reach, that constantly leaves me feeling inadequate? In that moment, I had a realization. The pressure I was putting on myself wasn't helping me grow. It was preventing me from experiencing life fully. I realized that perfection wasn't the goal. Being present was. So, I decided to let go. I stopped chasing perfection and allowed myself to embrace the imperfection of the process. I started focusing more on the steps rather than the destination. It wasn't easy. There were moments when I doubted myself, when I felt like I wasn't doing enough. But each time I caught myself slipping into old habits, I reminded myself, it's okay to be imperfect. It's okay to just be. Letting go of that need for perfection didn't mean I stopped caring about my work or the things I valued. On the contrary, it gave me the freedom to engage with them in a much deeper, more fulfilling way. I began to appreciate the small victories, the moments of growth, the lessons learned along the way. Instead of stressing over every little thing that went wrong, I focused on how I could learn from it and move forward. I started to feel more connected to the people around me, more alive in my experiences, and less afraid of making mistakes. One of the most liberating moments came when I realized that being good enough was actually a huge win. Perfection, I learned, was a moving target that would always keep me chasing. But when I accepted that I could be enough as I was, I stopped running in circles. I could breathe easier, think clearer, and enjoy the journey. I began to see mistakes as part of the process, not as failures, but as lessons in disguise. There was an unexpected twist to this change. As I stopped striving for perfection, I found that my work improved. I was more creative, more productive, and less stressed. I took pride in my progress, not in an idealized version of success. It was as if the weight of perfectionism had been lifted, and I could finally see things for what they were. Opportunities to grow, not obstacles to overcome. And as I let go of my need to be perfect, I made room for a more authentic version of myself. Now I look back on that time, and I can see how much I was limiting myself. I spent so much energy trying to be something I thought I should be, rather than embracing who I truly was. And the difference is night and day. The more I let go of that need for perfection, the more at peace I've become with who I am, the more I've learned to enjoy the process of life itself, and the more I've allowed myself to be present in each moment. So, to anyone listening who might be struggling with the same thing, I want you to know, you don't have to be perfect to be valuable. You don't have to have it all figured out to be worthy. The beauty of life lies in the imperfections, the messiness, and the lessons we learn along the way. Letting go of perfection isn't just about releasing expectations. It's about embracing yourself as you are and allowing yourself to live freely. And as I stand here today, I can confidently say that letting go of perfection was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Because in doing so, I finally allowed myself to be free. And that freedom has opened up a world of possibility that I could never have imagined when I was bound by the chains of perfectionism. Letting go isn't just about release. It's about making room for the things that truly matter. It's about the freedom to be imperfect and still be enough. Life has a way of weighing us down with things we no longer need. Sometimes, it's a belief that no longer serves us, a relationship that drains us, or an expectation we place on ourselves to be something we're not. All of these things create unnecessary burdens. But here's the truth. You don't have to carry them forever. You have the power to choose what stays and what goes. And today, I want to offer you some practical steps that can help you let go and move forward with peace and clarity. Take a moment right now, in this stillness, to reflect. Close your eyes for a moment if you can. Think about the things in your life that have been taking up mental, emotional, or physical space. What's been on your mind lately? What are the stressors or limiting beliefs that keep showing up? Is there a relationship that no longer feels supportive, or a goal you've been chasing that no longer resonates with you? Often, we carry these burdens because we're not aware of how much they are draining us. Maybe you've been holding on to them for so long that they've become part of your daily life. But now I encourage you to see them for what they are. Weights. Write them down, one by one, and acknowledge the impact they've had on your life. By naming them, you reclaim your power to make a change. Now that you've identified the things that no longer serve you, it's time to release them. But this isn't just about letting go randomly or hastily. This is about consciously choosing to free yourself from what weighs you down. You don't need to carry these things any longer. One powerful way to release is through journaling. Write down everything that's been weighing you down. Let your words flow without judgment, without any filter. Allow yourself to express the emotions, the frustrations, and the regrets that might be attached to these burdens. Once you've written it all out, take a moment to reflect on how much lighter you feel. Sometimes, just putting pen to paper helps to release a significant amount of emotional weight. If journaling doesn't resonate with you, talk to someone you trust. Share your feelings and what you're ready to let go of. Sometimes, verbalizing our burdens can help us process and release them more deeply. If you're not ready to talk just yet, simply acknowledging to yourself that it's time to move on can be incredibly powerful. Remember, this step is about intention. It's not just about getting rid of things. It's about letting them go with purpose and with the understanding that releasing them creates room for new things, things that will nurture you and help you grow. Once you've let go of what no longer serves you, take a moment to appreciate the space you've created. Just as you would clean out a closet to make room for new clothes, you are now clearing emotional space for new opportunities, new experiences, and new perspectives. Consider what might fill this space. Is there a new goal you've been wanting to pursue? A new relationship or project that excites you? Maybe it's simply creating room for peace and stillness in your life. Whatever it is, know that you deserve it. You deserve new beginnings, new chances, and new growth. Be intentional about what you invite into this space. Trust that by letting go of the things that don't serve you, you are creating an environment for something better. Sometimes new opportunities don't come right away, but when you make space, the universe has a way of sending them your way when the time is right. As you move forward in your journey of letting go, I encourage you to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, free from judgment and free from the weight of past burdens. It's about stepping out of the cycle of worrying about what has already happened or what might happen in the future and learning to just be. There are many ways to practice mindfulness, and it's a skill that you can build over time. Start by taking a few minutes each day to focus on your breath. Close your eyes and simply breathe in deeply, then exhale slowly. As you do, pay attention to how your body feels. Notice the tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your chest, and how your breath flows in and out. Let each breath ground you in the present moment. You can also practice mindfulness through daily activities. Whether you're eating, walking, or even doing the dishes, try to engage fully in the experience. Let go of distractions and simply be with what's in front of you. When you practice mindfulness, you'll start to feel less attached to the past and less anxious about the future. It helps you stay centered and reminds you that everything you need is right here, right now. Letting go isn't easy. It requires vulnerability, courage, and trust in yourself. But I want you to know that you are more than capable of doing this. You have everything within you to release what no longer serves you and create space for the things that will help you grow. Remember, you are not alone in this. We all have things that hold us back, but we also have the power to choose what we carry with us. And when you take these small steps, identifying what weighs you down, releasing it with intention, creating space for new opportunities, and practicing mindfulness, you are not just letting go of the old. You are making room for your future self, the one who is capable, strong, and worthy of peace. So take that first step today. Reflect on what you're ready to release. Breathe deeply and let it go. Trust that by doing so, you're making space for something greater. You have the power to move forward. Your peace, your growth, and your new opportunities are waiting for you. And I believe in you. I know that letting go can feel incredibly difficult, and I want to acknowledge how real and challenging this process is. We all have things we hold on to, memories, beliefs, even certain relationships, because they feel familiar, like part of who we are. But the truth is, while those things may have served a purpose at some point, they can also become burdens that weigh us down over time. It's natural to want to keep holding on to what feels safe, but sometimes what we hold on to is the very thing that's preventing us from growing and finding peace. I want you to know that you don't have to do this alone. We've all been there, feeling stuck, feeling like the weight of the past is just too heavy to release. But letting go doesn't mean you forget or disregard those experiences. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It means you honor those moments, you acknowledge the lessons they taught you, and then you make the choice to move forward without letting them control you any longer. It's okay to feel unsure or even fearful at first. Change is uncomfortable, and releasing something, especially when it's been part of your life for so long, is no small task. But this journey is about freedom. It's about creating space for the things that will bring you joy, peace, and growth. And I promise you, this step forward is worth it. You're not alone in this. We're all in this together, navigating our own struggles and learning to let go of what no longer serves us. I'm here to support you, to remind you that you are capable of healing and moving forward, one step at a time. Every small release, every moment of courage is progress. So take a deep breath. Know that you're doing the best you can, and that's more than enough. You have the strength to release what's been holding you back. And on the other side of that release is a version of you that is free, empowered, and ready to embrace the possibilities ahead. Let's walk this path together, because you don't have to do it alone. Today, I want to encourage you to step into a mindset of liberation. A mindset that empowers you to let go of the things holding you back and makes room for the success and peace you deserve. Letting go isn't a sign of weakness or failure. It's a bold and courageous act of self-love and growth. It's an act of freeing yourself from the burdens that no longer serve you, so you can make space for the opportunities, clarity, and success that await. Repeat after me. I am worthy of peace. I am letting go of what no longer serves me, and I make space for clarity and growth. Feel those words resonate within you. Let them sink into your heart and mind, because they are the foundation of a life you can start building today. These words are not just a mantra. They are the key to unlocking a new chapter in your life. A chapter where you are free from unnecessary stress, limiting beliefs, and all the heavy emotional baggage that holds you back from achieving your fullest potential. Let's break it down together. I am worthy of peace. This is a powerful truth that you need to embrace fully. You deserve peace in your life. You deserve the freedom that comes with shedding the weight of unnecessary struggles. Peace is not a luxury. It's your birthright. It is something that you are inherently deserving of, no matter what you've been through, no matter how hard things have been. Acknowledge that your worth is not defined by your past, your mistakes, or the things you've had to carry. You are worthy of peace because you are human, and that alone makes you deserving of all the calm, joy, and serenity that life has to offer. Now let's move to the next part. I am letting go of what no longer serves me. This is where the real magic happens. You have the power to release anything that is weighing you down. Old grudges, negative beliefs, past failures, and even relationships that no longer nourish your growth. The truth is, holding on to things that no longer serve you is like carrying around a heavy bag filled with rocks. Every day you carry it, you get tired, worn out, and drained. But when you choose to let go, you set yourself free. It's not about forgetting what happened. It's about choosing not to let it control your present or your future. By releasing what no longer serves you, you create space. Space for new opportunities, new perspectives, and new growth. I make space for clarity and growth. This is where everything starts to come together. When you let go of what's holding you back, you create a vacuum, and nature abhors a vacuum. That space will soon be filled with clarity. Clarity about who you are, what you want, and what you're capable of achieving. That space will be filled with the growth you've been longing for. You will have the mental and emotional bandwidth to take on new challenges, to pursue your dreams with vigor, and to show up as the best version of yourself. Understand this. The art of letting go is not about weakness. It's about strength. It takes incredible strength to release the things that are familiar, that are comfortable, even when they're hurting us. It's not easy to face your fears and confront the things you've been holding on to for so long. But the strength to let go is the very strength that will propel you towards success. It's the strength that will allow you to achieve everything you've ever dreamed of and more. When you let go, you are choosing to stop being held back by your past or your circumstances. You are choosing to be the person who defines their own future. You are saying, I'm ready for more. I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to rise. You are giving yourself permission to move forward with clarity and purpose. And I promise you, once you embrace this mindset, there is nothing that can stop you. You have the power to overcome anything, to let go of anything that no longer serves you, and to make space for the incredible things that are coming into your life. You are capable. You are deserving. You are ready. And I'm here to tell you that success, peace, and clarity are waiting for you on the other side of this release. So, again, repeat after me. I am worthy of peace. I am letting go of what no longer serves me, and I make space for clarity and growth. Feel the power of those words. Take them into your heart and step forward with confidence, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. The journey of letting go may not always be easy, but I promise you it's worth it. And with every step you take toward release, you are one step closer to the life of clarity, peace, and success that you deserve. The best part? This journey is yours, and you're in control. Every choice you make to let go brings you one step closer to the life you've always wanted. Let's now take a moment to center ourselves and prepare to release what no longer serves us. Sometimes, the simple act of pausing, breathing, and reflecting is all we need to unlock the power of letting go. First, I'd like to offer a journaling prompt. Grab your journal or a piece of paper and let your thoughts flow onto the page. Write about something in your life you're ready to release. How does it feel to let go of it? What new opportunities are you inviting into your life? This prompt is a powerful way to start the process of releasing. As you write, allow yourself to be honest with your feelings. Acknowledge the weight that this thing, whether it's a belief, a past experience, or a relationship, has been carrying. Notice how it has shaped your life, your thoughts, and even your choices. And then, when you're ready, release it. How does it feel to let it go? Does it feel like a weight is being lifted? Or perhaps a sense of clarity coming through? You might feel a sense of relief or freedom. Take note of those emotions. Then, think about what is coming next. What new opportunities are waiting for you now that you've made space for them? Let this moment be an invitation for new beginnings. Now let's shift gears and guide you through a breathing exercise to help you fully embrace the release process. Find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down, and gently close your eyes. Begin by taking a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold it for a moment at the top, and then slowly exhale through your mouth, releasing any tension as you do. Let's do this together in a slow, mindful rhythm. Inhale deeply for a count of 4. 2, 3, 4. Hold for a moment, and exhale gently for a count of 4. 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing like this, in and out, finding a steady rhythm. With each inhale, feel yourself becoming more grounded, more present. With each exhale, imagine the weight of whatever you are releasing leaving your body. Picture yourself standing on the edge of a peaceful lake. The water is calm and the air is clear. In your hands, you hold the burden, the stress, or the belief you are ready to let go of. With each breath, feel it becoming lighter. As you exhale, gently imagine releasing it into the water, watching it float away, leaving you free and light. Feel the sense of space opening up within you. As the burden drifts away, feel the clarity and peace rushing in to fill that space. You are ready for what's next. Keep breathing, and when you feel ready, slowly open your eyes. Notice the difference in how you feel. More grounded, more centered, and lighter. You've just taken a powerful step toward release. Remember, the process of letting go is a journey. It's not always instant, and it's okay to take it one step at a time. But today, you've taken a significant step toward freedom. Keep breathing, keep journaling, and keep letting go. Your future is waiting, and it's filled with opportunities for growth and peace. Today, I want to challenge you to take one small step, just one. It doesn't have to be big or overwhelming, but I want you to think about something in your life that is holding you back. It could be a belief that you've been carrying around for too long, a stressful situation, or even a relationship that's draining your energy. Whatever it is, I want you to take a moment and decide, what can you let go of today? It might feel uncomfortable at first, and that's okay. Letting go isn't always easy, but it's so important. And I want you to remember, you don't have to do it all at once. You don't need to change everything today, but you can start with one small step. Imagine how much lighter you will feel when you release that one thing that has been weighing you down. Maybe it's the belief that you're not good enough. Maybe it's the stress of trying to be perfect all the time. Maybe it's the worry about something in your future that you can't control. Whatever it is, recognize that it's holding you back from the life you want to live. Now take a deep breath and choose to let that weight go. You don't need to carry it any longer. It's not serving you, and it's time to create space for something better, something lighter. When you let go of that burden, you free yourself to embrace new opportunities and experiences. And more importantly, you're showing yourself that you're strong enough to release what doesn't belong in your life anymore. So, I encourage you, right now, today, take that first step. Write it down, speak it out loud, or simply acknowledge it in your heart. Let go of whatever is no longer serving you and make room for something new. You don't have to do it alone, and you don't have to do it all at once. Just take that first small step, and you'll feel a shift. A release that allows you to move forward with more peace and clarity. Remember, you are worthy of peace. This step, no matter how small, is the beginning of a new chapter. And that chapter starts today. Let it go and make room for what's next. You've got this. I'd love to hear about your own experiences with letting go. What's something you've recently released, and how did it make you feel? Please share your thoughts with me on social media or via email. I'm here to listen and support you. If this episode resonated with you, I'd also appreciate it if you could leave a review. Your feedback means the world to me and helps us continue this journey of healing and growth together. Remember, you're not alone in this process, and I'm excited to hear how letting go has made a difference in your life. As we wrap up today's discussion on the art of letting go, let's take a moment to reflect on some key takeaways that I hope will resonate with you. First and foremost, letting go is not just about release. It's about freeing yourself to grow, to evolve, and to make space for new opportunities. When we hold on to things, whether it's stress, limiting beliefs, past mistakes, or toxic relationships, we are essentially blocking ourselves from the peace and clarity we deserve. But when we consciously choose to let go of what no longer serves us, we are creating room for something better, something new. It's in this space of release that we open ourselves up to personal growth, new experiences, and a brighter future. I know that it's not always easy to let go. We get attached to what is familiar, even if it's hurting us. Sometimes, letting go feels like an act of loss rather than freedom. But in truth, every time we release something that no longer aligns with who we are or where we want to go, we make space for what is meant for us. And this, my friends, is a profound act of self-love and courage. When we identify the things that weigh us down, whether they are emotions, habits, or old stories we keep telling ourselves, we begin to realize how much power we truly have. We don't need to carry the weight of the past into our future. By acknowledging that something no longer serves us and making the conscious choice to let go, we give ourselves permission to move forward. In that moment, we choose peace over stress, growth over stagnation, and clarity over confusion. One of the most powerful things we can do for ourselves is to let go of the idea that we have to be perfect, that we have to carry the burdens of the past, or that we have to hold on to things out of fear of change. The truth is, letting go is an act of empowerment. It's a way to embrace the uncertainty of life with grace and trust that the universe has something better in store for us. To quote Buddha, "You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one." This message couldn't be more relevant to all of us. When we hold on to the past, we keep ourselves stuck in a chapter that has already ended. We miss out on the potential of what's ahead. But when we finally decide to close that old chapter and step forward into the next, we open ourselves up to new beginnings, fresh starts, new opportunities, and a life that aligns with who we truly are. So, as you move forward today, remember that letting go isn't about forgetting. It's about freeing yourself. It's about recognizing that you are worthy of peace and that your life is waiting to unfold in beautiful and unexpected ways. The next chapter of your life is just waiting for you to take that first step. And don't forget, you don't have to do this alone. Embrace the process, be gentle with yourself, and trust that, with each release, you are creating space for all the amazing things that are coming your way. Keep moving forward, let go of what no longer serves you, and make space for the peace, clarity, and growth you deserve. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final reminder. Letting go is not a sign of weakness, but a powerful choice to step into the life you are meant to live. You are strong enough to release the old, and you are worthy of all the new things that are coming into your life. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate your time, and I'm honored to be a part of your journey. Remember to subscribe to Podcast Name for more episodes. Share this with someone who might need a little peace today, and leave a rating if you enjoyed the show.